さ I have a hard time reading these.
You should be able to do that. You should have it memorized.
No. I can't memorize it.
That's an old prayer. Do you want the hiragana one? I can print that one out. I just have to make sure the audio is new. Hello. Perfect. Camera is facing.
Hi, Ji-chan. Happy birthday. Hi, happy birthday.
Hi, happy birthday.
Can you hear us?
We cannot hear you.
Oh.
There we go.
Can you hear us now?
You guys are going to teach us hearing aids.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Ji-chan.
Happy birthday, Ji-chan.
Happy birthday, Ji-chan.
We're about to start service. I just sent the link.
Hi. Can you hear? Can you hear?
Okay, see you later. Love you.
Bye. Oh, it's going straight to his hearing aid?
I think they must have had it connected. I don't know.
Oh, I hope we can do that for my father. Oh, I can't even see myself. Hi. Not even. Oh, we got to bring this here so now I can see. Sorry, I have the Instagram going too. So, aloha, good morning, and thank you for attending. What a fun, interesting morning. I'm so sorry again that we were starting service at 10:30. 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. But as I shared in the email, Miko and myself and Edward need to get to Little Tokyo by 12:30 to help with the preparations and set up for the Mikoshi Obarai. So we thank you for your understanding with that. So without any further ado, I'd like to begin today's August monthly ceremony. お願いします。Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. Amatsunori to 高間の原にかむずまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみおやかむいざなぎのみこと、つくしのひゅうがのたちわなの、おどのあわぎはらにみそぎ、はらいたまうときにあれませる、はらいどのおかみたちもろもろのまがごと積みけがれを払いたまい、清めたまえと申すことの、よしおはまつかみくにつかみ、やおよろずの神たちともに、雨のふちこまの耳振り立てて、聞こしめせとかしこみも申す。With each wave, may each and every one of your diseases and discomforts, pain and suffering, mental and psychological impairments, and all impurities and negativities be dispelled to the great and vast universe. Allow each and every one of us to be in the purest state of mind, as we are favored, blessed, and protected by the great love, virtue, and energy of Tenchi Kane no Kami. Please open your prayer books to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew, with all our hearts and souls, on this day, this very moment. Kigami Konko Daijin Sama, Kigami Konko Daijin Sama, Kigami Konko Daijin Sama, Kigami Konko Daijin Sama. Kami Prayer, page 3. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth. Time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is a life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is a truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kane no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day, he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth. And he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered. And he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenchi Kakitsuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. Divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami. Without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking, rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray. So we earnestly pray. Chido Keide, please bow your heads in prayer. Kakemaku mo kashikoki, Higami Konko Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Oyagami sama no mae ni, Konko kyo Whittier-Hill kyokaicho, Igawa kyoshi sensei no kawarite, Konko kyo kyoshi Takashi senju. Kashikomi mo maosaku, Kashiko karedo waga tenchi kane no kamihashi, Kanmitoku tenchi ni amaneku michi watarase tamai, Mono mina o ikashi, Yorozu no koto o totonoe sase tamai, Wakite mo tenchi no aida ni sumu ningen wo kami no itoshi goto me de itsukushimi tamaite aru wa, Ito mo kashikoki koto no kiwami ni nan. On this warm morning here at the Konko Church of Whittier-Hill, on behalf of your beloved children, We have joined in one heart to share our love, sincerity, and appreciation to you for the blessings, favors, guidance, and interventions we received up to this day and beyond. The rain that refills our reservoirs and aquifers, the air we are allowed to inhale that allows us to live, Ohana and friends who enrich our lives. As we continue our practice of faith, we are awakened to the blessing or megumi that you shower upon us daily, and we thank you for them, even those we have yet to know. Thank you very much for the favors you have showered upon each of the Ujiko of the Whittier-Hill Church and the New York, New Jersey gathering. We continue to receive your favor and interventions. We offer hearts of appreciation for the daily goyo of our sixth spiritual patriarch, Kyoshu Konko-sama, and his wife, Nobuko Sensei, and their ohana. We pray that you will keep them healthy, for them to continue with their goyo, and for their children to grow up to be good, industrious, and resourceful individuals to society and Konkokyo. We thank you for our parent church, Konko Church of Fukuzaki. We offer our prayers of appreciation to the Reverend Hironori Ushio, the present head minister. We pray that his mother, Tokuko Sensei, and his family will continue to guide the Fukuzaki Church, its members, and its children churches into the future. We ask that you keep him, his family, and the associate ministers of the Fukuzaki Church healthy, so they may be allowed to continue performing the most sacred of goyo, Toritsugi. Thank you very much for the Reverend Wakiko Igawa, who began sharing Konko Daijin's teachings here in Whittier 29 years ago and founded the Whittier-Hill Church, as well as the Reverend Kyoshi Igawa, who is the present head minister of the Whittier-Hill Church. Please watch over both. At present, they are with their daughter Kaz Igawa and her ohana in New Jersey. As a family, we pray for healing and protection for our New Jersey family. Help them through this time and raise them up. Heal all of them physically, mentally, and spiritually. Help all of them to maintain a positive disposition and help them to keep their hearts turned to Kami-sama in order to take care of and love each other. Share Konko Daijin's teachings and help the Ujiko on the East Coast through Toritsugi. Please continue favoring them. Through Konko Daijin, you taught us ten to chi no aida ni sumu ningen wa minna kami no Ujiko. Humans living between heaven and earth are all the beloved children of Kami. This is truly important for all of us in light of what has been happening around the world. We ask you to help us to not only keep unconditional love and compassion for all in our hearts, but also to reflect it in our daily lives. Help us to be embracing and loving, kind and generous, to all regardless of race, sexual orientation, size, nationality, one's skin color, gender identity, age, occupation, social status, etc. I implore you to please use each of us to make an impact, big or small, on our communities, cities, counties, and countries. Guide us in our hearts and our actions to be embracing, loving, kind, and generous. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, let us offer forgiveness. Where there is discord, let us build peace. We pray for the victims of tragedies, natural and human-made disasters to recuperate materially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Recently on the island of Maui, a wildfire turned a vibrant historic town into ash. Historic Buddhist temples, people's homes, transportation vehicles, workplaces, people, animals, etc. were transformed into cinder. The death toll now is closer to 90, although insiders have shared the number will climb past 125. We're truly grateful that many people were able to escape from the fires, and we are grateful for the mass effort to help those needing help, healing, and just love. Kami-sama, we bow before you in humble dependence on your mercy and grace, wisdom and strength. Fill your Ujiko with a renewed passion to pray and heal not just themselves, but also those around them. Ignite a renewed sense of prayer and passion to pray for all. And during these times, help us to discover and tap into that unsuspected reservoir of strength inside that emerges in such times. Guide us, heal us, strengthen us. We pray for those souls lost in this horrific incident, that they will all return to your bosom of love, grace, mercy, and virtue. Help them and their descendants to find peace. Please continue to watch over all who are suffering from illness and disease. We pray for those suffering from mental and physical illnesses and disorders, dementia, cancer, COVID-19, heart disease, etc. Through your divine intervention and favor, grant these individuals a renewed life and guide them to becoming useful individuals to society. We also pray for caretakers. We pray that you will allow them to get time off for themselves. Allow them a moment of sanity and serenity, and give them the additional strength to continue loving and caring for their loved ones. Please give us the strength to move forward in all aspects of our lives, and help us to live a kami-centered life as we are all allowed to live in the universe through your grace. Help us in developing our relationship with you through daily prayer and toritsugi. Help us to be the light that gives hope to those in despair, and may our prayers be heard and answered for every soul who needs hope, laughter, and your favor. 極み金光大臣様、天地下の神様。At this time, we pray for the recovery of Reverend Masako Cesarina Kikikawa. We are very grateful that she is now back at the Gakudokan, where the Kikikawa Ohana are working together to ensure she returns to health. Kami-sama, through her faith and ours, we pray that all meguri associated with their situation melt away. Let her faith and that of the Kikikawa family rise like the phoenix. Let Masako be the light needed to save her family and others. We sincerely pray that her recovery will be the impetus for many others to revive their hearts, their faiths, and their relationships with you. Finally, in this 140th anniversary of the passing of Konko Daijin, in the 150th year of the conferment of the Tenchi Kakitsuke to Konko Daijin, we offer our heart of appreciation, joy, and love to you for Konko Daijin and the Tenchi Kakitsuke. For without there would be no Konko Kyo, and many of us would not be here today. As an Ohana, we strive to continue turning our hearts towards you, learning more about Konko Daijin, and developing our relationship with you. As I bring this prayer to a close, it is our hope that we can complete this month safely, in peace and harmony, in love and joy. We pray that the blessing and favors of today's service is granted and received by all here today, and those who could not join us. Me ke aloha pumehana. Mahalo anu e, our beloved Ikiyami Konko Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Kami. Now, please raise your heads. Chido tomoni haire, 4 sincere claps, along with the head officiant. This time, I'd like to ask Miko Sanchez to please offer this tamakushi on behalf of Reverend Kyoshigawa for his birthday. And I'd like to ask Avalon Igawa to offer this tamakushi on behalf of Kaz Igawa for her 36th birthday. Please open your prayer books to page 6 for the recitation of the Tenchi Kakitsuke. Kigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Ishin ni Negae Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari Kongetsu konnichi de tanome. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, for it's grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day, pray. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikiyami Kongo Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the Divine Parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 11 for prayer to the departed souls. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you were given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives retold from generation to generation, honored as a foundation of our society and the roots of our families. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Chido K-Date, please bow your heads in prayer. 我幕も賢き、これのいてあろうせる教会のご霊殿につきまつるご霊人様に。Starting with the Kandori family, Honko family, Ushio family, Kawakami family, and Nakabayashi family, including the late Reverend Akinobu Honko, I respectfully call upon the following families to join us today. Honko Daijin sama no go ryoshin, birth parents of Honko Daijin, go sonpu sama, father Juhei Kandori, go bodo sama, mother Shimo Kandori, adopted parents of Honko Daijin, Gumejiro Kawate, Iwa Kawate, Kawate family, Nishimoto family, Kazawa family, Hideshima family, Otsubo family, Nakayama family, Niiyama family, Goto family, Nishi family, Takeda family, Tateno family, Tsuki family, Uzunoe family, Yukawa family, Igawa family, Ikari family, Fujimoto family, Kikekawa family, Matsumoto family, Saiki family, Tanaka family, Ofero family, Ivy family, Sanchez family, Landeros family, Hueli family, Fong family, Bing family, Ota family, Lim family, Ayabe family, Brown family, Klaus family, Fukagawa family, Fujimoto family, Furuya family, Horn family, Inoue family, Karakawa family, Kent family, Kitaka family, Lang family, Matsui family, Miyagawa family, Moriwaki family, Nakatsu family, Nakayama family, Okazaki family, Omura family, Sugimoto family, Tagami family, Taniguchi family, Tepnappa family, Umemoto family, Urata family, Wata family, Watanabe family, Yamamoto family, Yamauchi family, Yasutake family, Boyaju family, King family, Spencer family, Windsor family. Thank you all for watching, guiding, and protecting us in our daily lives. We also honor those who passed in the month of August. Reverend Jiroshiro Kataoka, Reverend Mitsue Wakamatsu, Reverend Masayuki Kodama, 50 years. Reverend Seiichi Yugawa, Reverend Shinichiro Shirakami III, 70 years. Goro Igawa, Yutaka Igawa, 35 years. Yoshio Fujimoto, Kyomi Yamauchi, Makio Kikekawa, 65 years. Chikae Kikekawa, 55 years. Tetsuo Akune, Mitsuru Yamaguchi, Sadayo Fujii, Henry Kai, Maria Acosta, 10 years. Yoko Tada, Reverend Masayoshi Shimizu. We also offer prayers of peace and healing to those who passed due to the wildfires on Maui. Please return to Parent Kami's bosom of love, hope, grace, and virtue. To all Mitama, please receive the offerings placed before you as simple tokens of our appreciation, as well as our hearts and prayers of love, appreciation, and sincerity. We ask that all Mitama called forth today, please be with your descendants. Please continue to watch over, guide, and protect us. Tamada suki kakete inora na yo no ya, oya no miyoya no kami no chihai yo. Tamada suki kakete inora na yo no ya, oya no miyoya no kami no chihai yo. Now, please raise your heads. 一度共に入れ 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. Please open your prayer books to page 14 for the ancestral prayer. Dear Mitama spirits, everlasting and integral part of the divine parent of the universe, we pray that the Mitama of our ancestors and family, as well as the Mitama of all people, are at eternal peace and happiness. To you who have gone before us, we give thanks wholeheartedly for paving the way through hardships and self-sacrifice, in order that we, who are here today, can receive all the benefits of your endeavors. To you, our ancestral spirits, we gratefully acknowledge the protection and guidance which you have bestowed upon us. We pray that you continue to protect and guide us throughout our daily lives. We pray that we realize and develop your divine virtue this and every day. Newly Departed Soul Prayer, page 19. Spirit of the newly departed, we love you now and forever. Fond memories of you fill our hearts. We shall miss your physical presence, yet you will remain in our hearts forever. We pray for your eternal happiness. We sincerely pray with heart and soul. As a beloved child of Kami, you were given the gift of life and sought to live it fully each and every day. As you leave your physical form, please listen to our prayers. Whether in your physical or spiritual form, the universe is your eternal home. You will always be blessed with a peaceful heart. Know that you are always embraced by Kami's love. Chido Haire, 4 sincere claps. I cannot see nothing. That's okay. Good morning and thank you for coming again this very early. And I know you're still 1 o'clock start and 4 o'clock start on the East Coast. But again, thank you very much for your understanding. Wait, I'm just looking for the passage I was wanting to use today. Hold on 1 second. I saw something that I wanted to use for today. I didn't expect it to pop out, but it did. Da-da-da. It'll pop up again sometime. I'm sure I'll go like, oh, there it is. Anyway, so I want to thank all of you on the email that was sent out yesterday. I thank you for allowing me to have to share some things that were going on, and it's unfathomable. You know, one of the things I had a conversation with Kami-sama about at Roy Ayabe's funeral was asking why. I don't understand this grand master plan, and maybe this wildfire wasn't part of your grand master plan. It was about how somebody else did something, or maybe it was the environment, or I'm not sure what it was. But it's so just shocking, as someone from Hawaii, the state of Hawaii, having friends who live on the island of Maui, knowing the ministers and just a few of the members. And in fact, one of the members from the San Diego church moved to Maui because her children were there. Her home was near that fire area, and sadly, she passed away last year, so she did not have to see such destructions. And I contacted Roy Sensei. I said, Sensei, wasn't her family on your side of the island? I think they were all on your side of the island, right? And he said, yeah, but I've lost touch with them. Like, that's okay. USPS helped me out a lot. So when things get returned, you get new addresses. So I think they're on your side of the island. But to know that her family was safe, but yet there's so many. If you read the email, I wrote that insiders report, even though the official count right now is 89 people. Insiders report, and I do have insiders report, state that the number will go past 125 and 120. I'm using the number 125. That's not the number that was given to us, to my group. The number was even more than that, but I'm being very conservative with that number of 125. And it's hard to understand. I don't understand what we're. Miko came this morning like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to help. And Native Hawaiians really believed in pule, or prayer. That was something that they strongly believed in. It's something that I believe. And even though you may not be Konkokyo, maybe you're a Christian, you're a Buddhist, or Tenrikyo, or Seicho no Ie, or whatever you may be. I always believe that prayer has a power. There's a power to prayer. I keep saying to Kami-sama every time I hear the news on Maui, Yamakaji ga kiemasu you. That sounds really weird. So in English it says, I ask Kami-sama every time I hear the news about it, I say, please, within 1 minute, allow this wildfire to just disappear. And that's crazy as that sounds. I don't get this idea because I'm crazy. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. But this idea comes from the third Konko-sama when he toured the island of Kyushu. And they were informed that the train that he was on was going to have to stop because of a wildfire. And Sandai Konko-san, he was still young at the time. I think he was under 20. He looked at the person as minister and said, really? In 1 second, the fire, he snapped his finger and said, in 1 second, this fire will be gone. Not even a minute later, the report came in that said the fire is completely dead. To know that Sandai Konko-sama, I don't know whether he predicted it, he asked for it, or he knew that this was going to happen, just said in 1 second. I have hope that in 1 minute, and even if it doesn't happen, the next time I pray, my hope is that in 1 minute, the wildfire will disappear. I believe prayer has so much power to help heal people. But that doesn't need, I don't know if you guys watch The Golden Girls. I love The Golden Girls. There's an episode where the girls go to help at Betty White, Rose's church's, what do you call it? The dinner line for Christmas. And the pastor says, I'm supposed to look after their spiritual needs, but that's not important. They have more needs than their spiritual needs that I want to take care of. And so it is with myself. I mean, I can understand. I've been watching I don't watch the news on the continent. I watch the local news every single day, and it's gotten to the point that I cannot watch the news anymore. It's just too heartbreaking. But then what do we do in these times? What do we do in these times? What are we supposed to do in these times? While we were praying today, I heard this. I just saw the Reverend Matsuko Katsuda, and I saw her saying dentist. And you don't know who Matsuko Sensei is, that's fine. But you may not know what it meant by dentist, and I want to share this story with you. So Matsuko Sensei, and I never knew this story existed about a believer of the Honolulu church. And this believer was a dentist. And this had to be pre-World War II, I want to say, or just after World War II. He had his own practice. He was a dentist. And one morning, the guy walks to church, and not walks to his workplace because he lived close by, and it was burnt to the ground. And so this believer went to church, and he said, Sensei, my practice is burnt to the ground. I have nothing left. And Sensei goes, oh my gosh, oh no, please don't lose hope. Please don't lose faith in Kami-sama. And this is where the believer said something so powerful. I would never have expected a believer to say this. He said, but Sensei, I would never do that because this is the time that I cannot give up on Kami-sama. Kami-sama has given me so much up to this point. To give up on Kami-sama now would be wrong. So sure enough, this dentist was able to rebuild his practice, but because of the grace and the love and the favor and the blessings he received from Kami-sama, he decided to pay it forward. And so those he knew who could to be able to pay and pay for dental service, he took care of normally. But he also took in those who could not. And he never charged them. He said, just go and come back in 6 months. And he'd have them come on the weekends or at nights so that people would not see each other, so that they could have their dignity. He made sure that they would never cross with other patients that they possibly could know. But he did this either free of charge or at such a reduced rate that these people could afford. It makes sense why this man was able, by not giving up on Kami-sama, his business, his practice was able to recoup, but then he made sure he also gave back. I spoke with Roy Sensei yesterday, and I asked him, how are you doing? And he said, surviving. Fair word. I can't imagine what a test of his faith this is. Knowing that his brother and his brother's in-laws lost everything. And they're living with him at the church. I can't imagine what kind of prayers he's offering, what's going on in his heart, what's going on in his mind, especially since he worked as a tour conductor, and he would often drive his clients to Lahaina. He would often go to Lahaina. He had wonderful memories of Lahaina, he said. And I think it was just a little hard for him to talk more about it, because then the conversation just sort of died. I don't have the answer to what happened in Maui. I don't have the answer to what happens when a brush fire destroys a whole city or town. I don't have the answer to why there's war in this world and why war has to happen. But I do know that we have this opportunity to grow. And for most people, they're not ready for that. But for us who were kind of separated from that, it's an opportunity for us to reflect on our lives, how blessed we are, how protected we are, how much okage we received, how many blessings we received, how we've received Kami-sama's intervention, how spoiled we have been, and the effort that we now need to give into prayer and to whatever type of recovery we'd like to help with. That's up to each and every one of us. But to reflect on that. I've always said, I've begun saying within the past year, please stop counting your blessings, because there's no sense in counting them, because it's meaningless. But to reflect on your blessings, reflect on the favors that you received. Because when you do, you will begin to see and realize just how favored and spoiled we all are. So I realized today's sermon doesn't have an answer to it. And like I said in the email, in your own prayers, it's okay to say, I don't know what to ask for. Just keep them safe. Keep them strong. If you don't know what to ask for, it's fine. Kami-sama knows what's in your heart. And the time will come when you will know what to say. I know that will happen. So I ask that you please, all of you, turn your hearts, not just to what's going on in Maui, but look at the world and the environment that we're in at the moment, and to reflect on your own blessings and really offer prayers of not just peace, but prayers of healing for those who need healing, prayers of light that for people who are in such darkness. And hopefully you will be the voice for those who are oppressed or need someone to speak for them. So I want to end today with that. And thank you again for your understanding and attending a very early morning service here at the Whittier-Rose Hills Church. Please know that the next service will be the second Sunday of September, and that will be the August, the Akimita Matsuri, or the um, autumn memorial service. So that one might be a little bit longer because we will be calling out the names of the 200 some odd names that are in that booklet, of all the mitama who are related to this church, or to someone here, or who an associate of someone. There's so many people that we honor here at the Whittier Church. So that one's going to be a tad bit longer. But we welcome you to attend in person or online. So with that, please take care and please stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you next month. And would you all like to say goodbye?
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Wait, now there's also this one. I'll take care of that one.